Okay, so Cryptaphone comes pre-installed on an iOS device. You cannot buy it in the App Store. You have to buy it with the phone. Once you get it, you'll see there's an icon in the bottom left-hand corner here. The first time you run it, you have to set a password. For simplicity, we're going to use ABC. I'm going to do the same on the second phone here as well. Okay, and this is the login screen. It's very much like a safe dial, the difference being instead of the numbers being moved to the top of the dial, you actually move it to a section around. So you'll see if I press this button here, there are 8 different sections, and you pick one of these sections in your mind. So let's pick the yellow section for argument's sake. I'm going to switch that off so you can see. And we'll just move the letters so that they appear somewhere in that section. Doesn't matter where in the section, just anywhere in that section, and then press the button in the center. So that's A, and we're going to do B, and we'll move C down here, C. And that's how you log in. We'll do the same on the other phone as well. I'm going to use the top right-hand corner this time. So there's A, and move over here, B, and C. And there we go. Once you've actually logged in, you'll see up here we've got a unique identifier. This is an anonymous ID in the world. It's not linked to the phone, it's not linked to you in any form or fashion. If you reset the phone and the data on the phone, this is recreated, so it's always constantly anonymous. So to log in and use the phone, you hit the start button. You get help messages, you can just tap those to ignore them. From here, you need to set up a group that these 2 devices or multiple devices can talk through. So we're going to create a group here, we're going to call it test. And you'll see here we've got a group called test. Now we need to share this to other participants. And to do that, you just slide it to the right and press the share button. This brings up an image. That image can be printed out, can be sent in the post, can be scanned by anybody near you. This is not private. So it doesn't matter if other people get access to this, it won't enable them to see your conversations. It is just a reference to the group chat between all the parties. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this phone now and add a shared group. That will switch on the camera. We point the camera at the QR code, and you'll see here now that that has added that anonymous group in here. Okay, so we've both now got an anonymous group that we can communicate through. Unlike other phones, we don't actually store an encryption key in the phone so it can't be compromised, which means you need to set your encryption key when you go into the conversation. And that's done by clicking on the group you're going to communicate with and pointing the camera at any QR or barcode that you find out in the real world. So we've got one here. I'm just going to point the camera at it. And you can see we are now logged in a secure area with a secure key. We're going to do the same on the second phone here. And you can see now we're both in an encrypted chat. So we can type messages here, we can send photographs, and if you hold down the send key, you can actually record a message and send an encrypted message. Now that encryption key is only active during the chat process. As soon as I hit the back button up here, the back button here, those encryption keys don't exist on the phone anymore, which means if it's compromised or somebody steals the phone, there is no key to find to access any of the communications that you've had. And that's basically it. It's as simple as that. If we go back to the main screen, I'll just show you options. So in options here, we can wipe the data permanently that's on the phone. This does a 12-level wipe. Military grade wipe. You can switch on and off messages, pop-up help messages and sound. You can reset your passcode here if you need to. And more importantly, if you want to create a very secure key, you can press this button at the bottom here. And what it does is it uses the random movements of your finger to generate a very secure encrypted key which can be used for future communications. And you need to share this key to people in the groups that you're going to use it in. And it's as simple as that. And that's how simple Cryptaphone is to use.